Okay, how's it going, guys? I had a video a while back talking about movies to games and all that. So anyway, I thought I'd pitch my own movie, and recently I got Fallout 4, and by recently I mean like 4 months ago, but whatever, I'm still playing it casually. So here we go, Fallout video in 2021. What's up? Let's go. So anyway, Fallout has so much lore and story, so making a movie based in the world of it will give like the director, producer, writers, whatever, a lot of options and different arcs to take from and work into a movie. Just like with the MCU and how there's so many different comic book stories for the same character, essentially, that they can take as the best parts of each story and kind of put it into a movie and that kind of thing. So I think it'll be very similar with a Fallout movie. And since the games have you play as a fairly nameless protagonist, casting a lead isn't going to be necessarily that difficult. So I think it'd be quite easy to just like make someone fairly generic, give them some more personality than the games that you have, and so on. But anyway, let's go into the plot. I'd have the movie start with life in the vault and have the first like 20-30 minutes being life in the vault until maybe like the resources get low and the community of the vault is forced to trade with people living on the surface. I don't know where you'd want to set the Fallout movie, because there's the capital wasteland from the other games. Obviously, Fallout 4 is the Commonwealth, but it can really be anywhere. I think if it were a movie, people would probably pick New York because movies are gay for New York. So with the Vault dwellers forced to trade with the people at the surface, something can go wrong. I'm being very vague. I'm being vague this whole thing because this is a vague movie pitch idea. You can obviously write the details in when it becomes a movie one day. But anyway, something can go wrong, causing the Vault to no longer be safe, forcing Vault dwellers out of their underground home, essentially being the main character being forced out. Now, the Fallout movie can go two ways as well: serious and gritty, or kind of funny and action-based, so like most really shitty blockbusters. But the game's kind of all four of these. Like, there's really serious parts in Fallout, but there's often side characters that make it funny, and obviously it's a game, so action-based. So this balance would be, I wouldn't say it'd be difficult, but they'd have to get it quite on point. But for the sake of the pitch, let's go with it being more the serious and gritty with like a few funnier side characters for comic relief. So I think the movie, like with the vault no longer being safe, the main's family can either be killed or kidnapped by like raiders from the outside trying to get the resources left in the vault, and maybe the technology or something. So that gives the main an immediate mission: saving his family or getting revenge for his family, and a trek through an unforgiving wasteland, meeting the comic reliefs and other lovable characters along the journey to save their family or get revenge, like I said. I think the setting of Fallout would make for a really interesting suspense thriller type movie, especially since there's ghouls, which are basically zombies, and zombies equal good suspense in movies when it's done right. There's always been really bad examples of this. Also, horror movie tropes, obviously, like there's fucking death claws, which you can take, like, think about the old Alien movies. Like, maybe the main can be trapped in, like, a supermarket. What's it called? Super Duper Mart. I think that's what the game calls them. But then there could be a death claw in this mall trying to hunt them down. That could be really interesting. And also there's raiders and gangs, so boom, Mad Max shit right there. All these elements put together with a non-stop pace would make for a really great movie. Like, I don't think there should be much like scene change, if that makes sense. I think the camera should try to really focus on the main character's like day, like his mission the whole time, like kind of like with what 1917 did. So a constant movement, I think would make for a pretty cool idea. But not sure how they could do it, because maybe there's gonna be a lot of traveling that would make sense. But, you know, like I said, vague. Very vague. Okay, let's go to the cast. This is my little, like, fan casting, so, like, don't judge me. I didn't take too much time thinking of it. The main, I make him be Sam Worthington. If you don't know him, he's the main from Avatar, and he's also the voice actor of Alex Mason from Black Ops 1 and 2. I think it'd be cool to see him in the vault, all clean and normal and, like, all, like, tidy still. But as the movie goes on, he gets like more and more damaged, cut up and beat up, gritty looking and like just dirty. I think that just looked pretty sick. Like he can still have some vault, he can still have like a really damaged vault suit on, but he has like leather armor and like armor to pay homage to different games, covering this like damaged thing. Because for some reason Fallout really likes advertising the vault suit with armor over it, even though no one plays with the vault suit as soon as they leave the vault in the games. But anyway, I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the Raiders being the main villains, like kidnapping or killing his family. I think Josh Brolin, fucking Thanos, or Cable. But I think that'd just be really cool because I'd like to see him in a badass looking mercenary Raider power armor trying to murder the main. Could make for a really, really cool fight actually. Like just picture fire, explosions. He has a machete or a chainsaw attached to his power armor. He's gonna cut the main in half. So that'd be sick. Also, second in man for a Raider group, and Brolin's right-hand man could be played by Sam Rockwell. Seven Psychopath, 5 Billboards. But anyway, Sam Rockwell, I'll put a picture of him up. Don't know if you guys recognize him. I just think he'd make a really interesting psychopath second in command Raider. I think it'd be funny, and I'm a big fan of him. I didn't really think this whole thing through that well, but I'd like to see Idris Elba as maybe like a Brother of Steel leader, commander or something. But I'm not sure how the Brother of Steel would actually fit into the story here. But like maybe they can come at the very end and try to take down the Raider. Maybe the Raiders can have like a big clutch on a certain part of the world, and the Brother of Steel don't want that. I don't know. His family, they get killed or kidnapped, can just be generic, no-name actors. Doesn't really matter who they are. I think for like a comic relief and like just a random outsider, like a top world dweller, whatever the hell you call them, could be played by Aubrey Plaza. have her be slightly psychotic, like she was in Legion, and just kind of like a bit crazy. Help the main a little bit along like his path or whatever the hell. Show him something, and then she can leave. She doesn't have to be like in the final battle or anything. Josh Duhamel, put a picture of him up there. Could be a town leader or sheriff type guy, like kind of like what Preston is in Fallout 4. But just like I'd like to see him in the movie for some reason. I don't know. Here are a bunch of nods to the Fallout games I put in. I like to have the movie start with like a quick narrated summary of the bombs going off and why people live in vaults. Like have that be very brushed over. Don't have that be like a main focal point. Like just people used to live up there, and then in 2070 bombs explode. Now people are down here. They've been living in the vault for like X amount of years. I don't know how many generations you want to do it. But anyway, like just have that be a quick little overview. Like, hey, this is what happens like to all the normies that haven't played the games. I think the Death Claw is definitely needed. Like I just need just one. Maybe can get in the vault after the Raider attack and sort of stalk the main character throughout the movie, and maybe show up again in the final fight against Josh Brolin. I'm determined on this fight. The Brotherhood of Steel, can show up while the assault on the Raider camp is taking place. That's the only way I can really see them being fitted in, and maybe mentioned along the way. I think ghouls need to be in as well, but not as main thing, but have like 1 or 2 scenes where ghouls are chasing the main or fighting the main, like maybe he has to get something out of a thing, like a little side quest type vibe, and super mutants can be mentioned, but I wouldn't put them in the movie. Maybe have like a corpse of one somewhere lying around on display or something like that, but I think like putting super mutants in would just be too many things that don't lead to the actual story. Because I know it's from the game, but it's still a movie at the end of the day. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. That was my movie pitch. If you like this, comment below, and I'll do a movie pitch of another game, and I'll put more time and effort into it.